Hello viewers, welcome back to Xtream channel. So today we are going to discuss about ICSE syllabus of 7th class, and the topic is about ratio and proportion. So first let's learn about ratio. So what is a ratio? A ratio is a comparison between two quantities. It is the comparison of two quantities. The sign used to denote a ratio is semicolon. So this sign we have to insert in between two quantities while comparing them. And the two quantities in a ratio can be only compared when they have same units. So this is really very important to remember that we can compare the numbers or the quantities in the ratio only if they have same units. If the units are different, we cannot compare them. First we need to convert the units. Suppose if I ask you to bring 1 kg of apples and 2 kg of oranges, you can write the ratio of apples to oranges as 1:2. And if I ask oranges to apples, you can write 2:1. So here you need to remember always the number of first quantity should be in the place of first term, and second quantity should be in the place of second term. And now coming to the ratio formula. If A and B are any two quantities, then the formula for ratio is A:B. So as I said, we have to insert the semicolon in between the two quantities, that is A and B, or anything else. And to simplify this ratio, we should further convert it into fractional form and do their cancellation here. And what are A and B here? Here A is called as antecedent and B is called as consequent. Here the first term in the ratio is called as antecedent and the second term is called consequent. So if anybody asks you to express the ratio, you can say it like antecedent is to consequent. Example, there are 3 triangles and 2 squares. So now you can write it like 3:2 or 3/2. Here the shape might be different, but the thing we need here are the numbers. We have to write the numbers. Or if I ask you to write squares to triangles, you need to write 2:3. Now let's take an example. So there is 4 kgs and 2 kgs. So we need to convert this into ratio. That is 4:2. So here we got 4/2. Now you can further simplify it like 2 1s are 2 and 2 2s are 4. So you can write it as 2:1. So the ratio of 4 kgs and 2 kgs is 2:1. Now let us take another example. Here they have given 2 kgs and 500 grams. In previous example we have seen that the units are same, that is kilogram and kilogram, but here the units are different. One of them is gram. So first we need to convert kilograms into grams. So as we know the value, 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams, 2 into 1000 is equal to 2000. That is 2000 is to 500 grams. And here we cannot convert grams into kilograms, but rather we should only convert kilograms into grams. So here we got 2000 grams and 500 grams. Now as the units are same, we can further simplify them by taking into fractional form. Now cancel the zeros and we have got 20/5. That is 5 1s are and 5 4s are. So the answer is 4:1. So the ratio for 2 kgs and 500 grams is 4:1. Before we have learnt about ratio. Now let's learn about proportion. So what is proportion? A proportion is an equation stating that two ratios are equal. So proportion is nothing but it is an equation that states whether the two ratios are equal or no. And the sign used to denote the proportion is as. So there are 2 semicolons and this is called is as. So this is the sign used to denote the proportion. So if A is to B and C is to D are any two ratios, then the formula for proportion is A is to B is as C is to D. So A is to B is one ratio and C is to D is another ratio. So these are two ratios where the proportion states whether these two ratios are equal or no. The two terms B and C are called as means and the terms A and D are called as extremes. So these inner two terms are called means and the external two terms are called as extremes, which are at the corners, and the formula for the proportion is the product of extremes is equal to product of means. So as these are extremes, we have to multiply these two and also we have to multiply the means. So this states whether the following ratios are in proportion or no. Now let's take an example. Check whether the following ratios are in proportion or not. 3:6 is as 1:2. So they have given two ratios and asking us to check whether these are in proportion or no. Now let's use the formula. The formula is the product of extremes is equal to the product of means. So here the product of extremes, that is 2 into 3, is equal to the product of means, that is 6 into 1. So 2 3s are 6 and 6 1s are 6. So 6 is equal to 6. The following ratios are in proportion. As we got the same answer, then it shows that the following two ratios are in proportion. That means the two ratios are equal. Now let's talk about continued proportion. Three quantities are said to be in continued proportion if the ratio between the first and the second is equal to the ratio between the second and third. So here, by seeing this, you can know that there are three quantities in continued proportion. For example, for quantities A, B, C are said to be in continued proportion if A by B is equal to B by C. So here, they have double the middle term. So as there is no fourth term, in such cases we have to double the middle term, that is A is to B is as B is to C. B is to C. So if there is no fourth term, in such kind of cases we have to double the middle term, that is A is to B is as B is to C, and this we have to write it in the fractional form. A by B is equal to B by C. And now we have to do the cross multiplication of this term, that is B into B is equal to B square and A into C is equal to AC. So this is how we find the values of ratio in continued proportion. So now let's take an example that two numbers are in ratio 2:3. If the sum of two numbers is 60, find the numbers. So they have given here 2:3. These are just the ratio of the numbers, but the exact numbers are not given. We need to find the numbers. So let the two numbers be 2x and 3x. So I have taken x here because we don't know the exact numbers. These are 2 and 3 are just the ratios of the number. So in mathematics, if we don't know any value, we need to take x in that place. So it's 2x and 3x, and the sum of these two numbers are 60. So 2x plus 3x is equal to 60. 2 plus 3 is 5 and x is as it is. 5x is equal to 60 and x as it is equal to 60 as it is, and we have to transfer this 5 into right hand side, that is 60 by 5. So 5 ones are and 5 12s are. So x is equal to 12. And yes, this is not our answer. Our answer is still left over. This is just the value of x. So we have the numbers 2x and 3x here. So 2x is equal to 2 into 12. Transfer this 12 in the place of x and multiply. That is 24, and 3x is equal to 36. So 24 and 36 are the required numbers. So these are the numbers, and this is the ratio of these numbers. And thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel, and also don't forget to click on the notification button so that you will get notified every time we upload a new video. Thank you.